Apparently it worked. I had trouble getting on to show you a little bit of this lunar eclipse. I don't know how well this is going to show on my phone. Trying to zoom in. It's not going to show very well. I need to get a better phone with more of a night camera thingy. Doesn't show very well, unfortunately. This phone does not film well at night at all. I wish I could live stream off my Canon G7X Mark II. Maybe there's a way, I don't know, but I'm not most... See, almost when it's like zoomed out. Try different ways. You can almost see it better when it's a tiny dot, to be honest. Yeah, I'm zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, this guy is suck, but... Gonna try my best, though. Not gonna do this too long, because this is gonna kill my back being bent down like this. Oh, hi, Yay Nuna. Hi, obsessed with horror. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it too well. My phone does not film very well at night at all. It's almost a little bit better when it's tiny than when I try to zoom in. It's definitely pretty red. Of course, you're not going to be able to tell. I did film some of this with my Canon G7X Mark II. Some footage of it. That's better, but surprisingly not as well. When the moon is white and it's full, it usually films it really well, but because it's redder and darker, it didn't even pick it up super well in that either, but a lot better than this. I was actually out vlogging today, filmed this nature trail. Well, also it's hazy because this camera's just not, or this phone is just not that good for filming at night. But I got some cool footage. I actually used my phone at this nature trail I kind of unexpectedly visited. Fortunately, I didn't have my main vlogging camera. It would have looked even better. I had an interesting encounter today with a rattlesnake. This is say it came very close to physical contact. Gotta look where you step in those places. So I almost stepped on him, and he was not happy with me. You see, I can zoom in more, see how it goes. You guys ever saw a rattlesnake in person? In the wild? Definitely is a bit spooky. Oh, thanks, Obsessed Warrior. I have a ton of posters from Resident Evil. I have, oh geez, I have several movies. Some of them are horror ones. I have way too many that can be framed, though. That's an old trailer, though. I don't even live at that place anymore. I have one from The Happening, which is a really cool-looking poster. I Am Legend, the one with Will Smith. I think I have all the Resident Evil movies except that newer one they came out with the last couple of years that wasn't with the character Alice, but someone else. I actually need to update that trailer for mine. It's old and it really needs a new one. That's kind of one of the things I've been procrastinating on. Now, can you guys hear me okay? Because it took me forever to get connected. I gotta change hands a second. Where'd it go? There it goes. Interesting. Resident Evil was always my favorite video game franchise. I saw the first movie in the theaters. I was really excited. Oh, that's cool. I have a few stuff signed, but no really any posters. Those would just be too much of a pain to send. Let me ask you a question, everyone. What was the first horror movie you saw that kind of gave you the creeps a little bit? I can tell you what mine was. Mine was a movie called The Event Horizon. It was a sci-fi horror movie. I don't know what it is, but there are some parts of it that gave me the creeps a little bit. But the one that really I thought was creepy was The Grudge. Those are some creepy movies. Oh, I did today. Yeah, you knew I came across the rattlesnake. I almost stepped on him. He did his rattle. It was loud, and he was not happy with me. And I threw a stick at him to try to get him out of the path. He didn't budge at all. He was a tough snake. That was the first time I ever came across a rattlesnake. So this past several months, well, last 4 months, I came across two of the most venomous snakes in Florida, the rattlesnake and the eastern coral snake. The rattlesnake, though, was a lot scarier. That challenged you. It knew to stood its ground. Yeah. It's really quiet out here. I'm on my driveway. But there's no one around. Whoops, that's not going to work. We zoom out. See, I'm out here all my lonesome at the moment. Okay, let me zoom back in. Where'd it go? Yeah, definitely did not appreciate that stick. But I was in this hiking area thing, and I tell you, when you don't go too far from the road where you think you're literally in the middle of nowhere where no one was at, because it got pretty lonesome out there. I don't know if you guys could hear, but I definitely could hear a good amount of frogs. Well, it's still pretty red, I think. I was going to film it earlier, and I didn't think about it till really a little bit ago. It's, what time is it right now? It's 3:08. I was supposed to be in bed earlier, but, I'm going to do this first. If anyone has any questions or want to talk about anything, just put it below. I'm not going to do this too terribly long. Let's give it another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, it's not too bad now. I'm not sure what the temperature is. It feels like it's in the 60s, maybe 50s. It's not too cool now. It was probably around 80 earlier, but it wasn't so bad. It felt great. Well, that's what I love about Florida. It doesn't get cold here that much. And when it does, it doesn't last. That's probably the best resolution I can get with this camera. See, that's where I'm zoomed all the way out. And for that, it's not blurry really at all, but you can barely see it. And let's try zooming in. This camera just does not film well at night. It's decent during the day, but not at night. That's why, one time when you can, you gotta visit down here. trying to. Yeah, that's about as best I can get it. I know some phones could film amazingly at night. I gotta replace this one soon. I'm gonna try to get a better one if I can afford it. You know, this films in 1080p, but just not very well at night. But I know some film really good at night. Yeah, if anyone has anything they want to talk about, let me know. Like I said, about 10 more. Let's go till like 20 minutes for this live stream. We're at like 11 now. Then I'm probably going to go. Oh, yeah, Una, did you see that Repticon video I uploaded? I sent you the link. I thought you might be interested in it. And this weekend, as I mentioned before, I'm going to film at one fossil convention. Well, if I had a better phone with a better camera, it would come out really good, but just not with this one. This is a Galaxy A11. This phone's probably about 3 years or so old now. Someplace hopefully accessible or very far away from where I am at. Because I don't think he liked me very much. Oh, whenever you can, Yuna. No rush. I thought it might be something you might be interested in. Like I said, I'm going to be filming that fossil convention. If nothing happens to stop it this weekend. Yeah, that snake's probably on vacation. Probably getting some sun somewheres. Working on his tan. Now, wait a minute, everyone. I gotta switch hands. Okay, now I gotta find it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, some could be very cute, especially bearded dragons, a lot of the geckos. Some could be pretty lovable in their way. Even some snakes could be really good, like ball pythons. But bearded dragons are one of the best. You know, Euromastics could be good, some skinks. Oh, that's cool. What happened to Bubba? I always like that name. Perfect name for some things. Just a moment, someone messaged me. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you ever think about getting another? I'm kind of paring down with my reptiles. When they pass, I don't know if I'll get any more. We'll see. It's not up to it physically and mentally to be taking care of any more new ones. So, but some of them probably outlive me, especially the turtle, which isn't a reptile though. Well, he was a decently big boy. I almost got a green iguana years ago. You can't buy them legally in Florida anymore because there's a major problem with them being invasive species. And you actually can find them in the wild a lot now in more southern Florida, but they're moving up north. But they can get big, like 6 feet long sometimes with a really long tail, and they could be aggressive. You gotta really work on them. I mean, you can't really have a pen or a tank big enough for them. Almost have to let them roam the whole house. I'm glad I didn't get one. Well, that's cool. If I ever get more in the future, I'm probably gonna stick with like bearded dragons or a blue tongue skink again. Something that's I swear I just moved it. Something that's easy. Wait a minute, there it is. Tell him he was a bad boy, obsessed with horror. He needs to learn some manners. Take a chill pill, work on his anger issues, maybe do some yoga, Pilates. Or what kind of lizard? You should have chastised that lizard for peeking in you. He was a peeker. Well, sometimes I find lizards in the house. Mainly brown anoles, once a green anole. There's a Mediterranean, like house geckos I find in the house. Well, if it was over a foot long, that was a big lizard then. And they didn't happen to say what kind it was. Well, there is one venomous reptile here in the United States called, I think it was the gillied monster. I think it's called. And then I've seen pictures of others for like Texas and Arizona. They look pretty prehistoric. Well, maybe he just want to stop and say hi to you. Greenish, huh? Maybe I'll be able to figure it out by looking some up. I'm not really sure. There's there's a couple of reptile groups on Facebook I'm a member of. Some people post some that they see out that area, but I forget what they're called. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna that and go sit down. That's killing my back. Just talk with you guys a little bit, and then get going. I don't know how well you're going to see me. I got to sit down. Getting a bit old. Oh. See me too well. I have the camera on me now, but unfortunately, even the reflection's not showing my face much. A few more. Oh, you should be able to open that again. Probably see me better. Yeah. You can probably see me, but I can't see you guys, so. Yeah, is it breaking up a little bit? Oh, there. Yeah, I think by opening that thing up to get a little bit more light, kind of messed it up. Well, as long, can you hear me okay though? I guess the pixelization doesn't matter because you can't really see anything now, anyways. Yeah, they had tarantulas there obsessed with horror, scorpions, centipedes, millipedes. I was not going to hold one of them. I do not care for spiders. No way. Yeah, I filmed them. That's as close as I'm going to do it. They could be fast, and I just, no thanks. You know, they say there's some spiders in like the Amazon jungle that's the size of a small dog. No way. And some spiders in Australia can get huge. They have a lot of creepy crawlies there. But I'm actually going to go to another one of those reptile conventions probably in May. And then maybe again in September because there's so many cool reptiles to look at. I could film there all day. No one had any alligators there. Sometimes they have alligators there that you could look at, get like your picture with. None of those this time, but I can see them anytime at Gatorland or other attractions. Pretty much obsessed with where it is. Yeah, some of them. I've seen videos of some of the spiders that people come across in their homes in Australia. They're scary and huge. No way, and it's common to them, like ants are here. No thanks. And they have a lot of different reptiles there, and some of them could be. No way. The reptiles I could deal with, but those creepy crawly spiders, no thanks. Some of them are like as big as your face practically. That's the only thing I don't like about Florida. Some of the creepy crawlies down here are, how do we say it? Some of them are big. Luckily, I don't see the big spiders down here too often. I've only found a couple of them in my home, and oh wow, they could be massive. One of them scared the hell out of Mom. She screamed like bloody murder. That thing was as long, wide as a hand. But I've only seen the real big ones a handful of times down here. So not very much. More of a tendency to see them outside, woodsy areas. Only 2, maybe 3 times in the house. And we're talking over 20 years. So that's pretty darn good. As long as you keep the house sprayed, you're okay. That's true, you know, everything there can kill you practically. If they have like the highest thing per like what yard of poisonous critters. Oh yeah, some of those kangaroos They look like bodybuilders. Tempting obsessed with horror. If Steve was still alive, I'd be very tempted. I always thought Steve was a cool dude. His family's okay, but still, he was the best Steve Irwin. I still remember when he died. There he was. It's been, how long has he been gone now? Um, what, 15 years or so? Maybe more? It's hard to believe how time flies. I can't believe how many years, like Robin Williams has been gone too. He was a good dude, I think, too. I still remember when the actor John Candy died. Now, he was a really nice man, from what I understand. I still have a newspaper article from, that was in a local paper when he passed away. That was like, geez, that was 31 years ago now. I think so. I think it was. He passed in like 94. Yeah, the movie Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, they have a whole bunch of deleted scenes they never released, including supposedly a longer speech that Candy gave when he was in the subway station, the train station, and it's supposed to be really, really tugs at the heartstrings. I hope one day they release it. They say they have like 2 hours more of like deleted scenes they never put from that movie. That would be cool to see. Yes, he was, Iuna. Uh, Another cool one I thought was a really good guy was Mr. Rogers. Him and Christopher Reeves. I can't believe we had 8 people here. That's pretty good for me, especially later at night. Yeah, I've heard they have like a couple hours of delete scenes, and one of them supposedly they filmed it in the train station, and you can actually get a copy of the script where you know what the speech he gave, and it really added to the movie. I don't know why they took it out, because I always thought that scene was kind of funny from the train station, the way it was so short because it was so impactful. So I always thought there was more to it, and it looks like there was. Maybe one day they'll release it. Who knows? It's definitely sitting on some shelf somewheres in some warehouse. Well, you ever seen his last movie Candy made? Was it Wagons East? I really liked that movie, but you could tell in that movie he was sick, and he died when they were making that. So there was a couple scenes that they weren't able to film with him, but luckily they had enough to put the movie together. I'm sure he did obsess with horror. Anyways, we have like, well, we had 8 people, but we have 5 now. But everyone else here, speak up and be recognized. Of course, maybe this isn't fully accurate. Maybe it's not 5. Who knows? But I'm going to be hitting 28,000 subscribers soon. Probably in a week or two, I'll be hitting 30. Social Blade thinks I'm going to hit 100,000 in like about 10 months. which I'm really hoping so. I'm hoping this continues. It's not something I ever thought would happen, but it looks like it's. I think it might now. I'm starting to get a little hopeful. To be able to get that silver play button will be very incredible because I have 13 years of experience here on YouTube. 13 years, 5,000 plus videos. I can't imagine how many thousands of hours of work I put in this. Yeah, I guess so. One day I might though, but not right now. I actually have a video scheduled every day for over a month. Long form video, and then I have short schedule for most of that, but not every one. So I technically don't have to work in any more videos for over a month if I didn't want to, but like I told you before, there's always something going on. This weekend, there's like 5 or 6 different events I can go to if I wanted to. That's what I love about Florida. There's always something going on. Always. Some event, attractions open. There's this. Florida's never quiet. Where I used to live, up north, barely anything would happen. And I could film everything in my small town I grew up in less than a day, and that'd be done. I'd have to travel quite a ways to get anything done. Here, within an hour, there's oogles amount of stuff, so I don't take advantage of it as much as I should. But you all have any questions? Well, thanks, Yayun. I appreciate that. Hopefully, eventually, you'll be able to get out and see some more places. Um, I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly where that is. I've heard of him. I heard of that doll, and I know some YouTubers that went down there and filmed it, but I'm not exactly sure. If you like horror stuff, there's a place here in Florida called Casadega. There's other versions of Casadega in other states, but they have a lot of stuff that has to do with like the paranormal. They have a cemetery where they have what they call the Devil's Chair, which other places have versions of that. And basically, you supposedly leave a beer there overnight, and the devil drinks it, which I don't really believe that happens. Would I go there and see the doll? Yeah, probably. I'd go to any museum for the most part. But I don't want to do too much with that supernatural stuff. I have a tendency to stay away from that. That stuff's it's not good to get too close to because that could lead to trouble. Yeah, some people think that supernatural stuff's a joke. I take it seriously because I think it is. That's why you see some people messing around with like Ouija boards and stuff. I don't think that's a very good idea. I've actually seen a ghost, so I know that stuff exists. I've seen ghosts. I've heard things. That's why Ouija boards, like going to places supposed to be to do that stuff. I can see videos on it. The problem is with YouTubers, for instance, or even some of those television shows. They go to places like ghost hunters or whatever. You don't know if they're faking it. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that stuff, because I believe in that stuff, and it could lead to nothing but trouble. So, I mean, if a museum it has something there, yeah, really haunted places, I mostly will stay away from. I may tour someplace like Alcatraz if I ever get out to San Francisco, but that would be one of the few exceptions. You know, you go to a haunted place, you never know what you might bring with you. Like I said, I've seen a ghost. I know they exist, and there's far worse things out there than ghosts. Plus, I know there's some channels dedicated to just horror stuff. And don't get me wrong, that's great and everything. But sometimes I think it just weighs you down if you concentrate on some of that too a lot much. Always good to do some light stuff. And I prefer that more. Okay, Yuna. Yeah, well, that's where I've heard of people going to haunted place and they get scratched and stuff. So I could believe that. Some places have very powerful like auras. That's not good, especially if a lot of bad stuff happened. I think that stuff stays for a very long time. So you captured it on video, Yuna? It's good. It's pretty cool out here. Last time I tried live streaming on my phone, well, not the last time before that, I actually shut off because it got too hot out. Let's go to the comments, make sure I didn't miss anyone. I think it's mainly just been you, Yuna, and Obsessed with Horror that's been commenting. I don't think anyone else has. It's going through it. Hopefully I don't miss anything. It's going through it quickly. Let's see. I don't think anyone else has. Nope. Okay. Well, you have to show me what you mean. But I saw a ghost. It didn't have a head. Then I seen a couple of these balls of light that I think was a ghost too. And I looked right at it, and it was there, and it just felt like someone was looking at me. And then I've seen, I saw my dog once. One of my dogs that died. Right after he died, I seen his spirit. He was sitting on the floor in front of me. He looked right at me. I looked right at him. Then he disappeared. So I've seen ghosts. Yeah, I guess I can kind of say it was an orb too, what I seen, but it was small, like the size of a marble. It's not no figment of my imagination because I looked directly at it for a few seconds and then it disappeared. There's no light reflection. It wasn't my imagination. I wasn't on drugs. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't dreaming. Yeah, I just, it's just stuff. Okay, you'll have to show it to me one time. Let's see what time it is, because I wasn't going to stay up this late. So I have stuff to do tomorrow. I'll do another 5 minutes and then I've got to go, guys. Yeah, I've had, in a lot of ways, I've led a very boring life. I never tried any illegal drugs. Never. Not marijuana, not cocaine, nothing. I never gotten drunk. I don't care to. I barely ever drank. So I never got high then. I never got drunk. So I never did anything too crazy. I'll check. Maybe I did see it. I don't know. I'll have to look another time. It's on my phone now, and I don't want to leave off the screen because it might cause this to get a little funny again. Okay, about 3 more minutes. Anything you guys want to talk about the last few minutes? Put it below. Yeah, about 2 more minutes. I'm going to get going. Unfortunately, I have no photographic or video evidence. Most of that stuff I saw was back in the 90s. Not all of it, but I know what I saw. And I know some people say, oh, I imagine or I'm lying, but I know what I saw, so that's all that counts. Okay, Ayuna. I wish you guys could hear what I'm hearing. I hear the frogs and the insects is pretty relaxing. My camera or my phone's in a protective case, so that kind of cuts down on the sound. Then I have a screen protector, but it's that protective case that really does it. I thought about doing away with it, but I have it on for a reason. Because my old phone I dropped and a crack in the screen, so I don't really want to take a chance. Well, I'm just doing it on. Yeah, I know, but I usually try to use your YouTube name so everyone knows who might be in the chat who I'm talking to. That's why I'm saying Yayuna instead of Elma. Well, obsessed with horror, if you can do that, go all out. Go in the middle of the night, midnight, by yourself. Bring a really small flashlight with a not very good battery. And maybe get a night vision camera. You want to make it as spooky as possible. Don't tell anyone you're going there. And make it even more exciting, make sure your car gas tank is almost out. Hey, it shouldn't be that hard to get in there at night. Yeah, maybe even bring like a Ouija board. See, what time is it? Okay, it is 3:46. Trying to. Yeah, dress all in black. Maybe go there during a full moon, a real bad thunderstorm, or when Halloween's happening. Watch some horror movies right before you go. What's that thing where they have like Friday the 13th? Think about that. Try going when it's very misty. And who knows? I may be game for that. Where do you live, anyways, obsessed with horror? I know where you live, yeah, you know, but where does obsessed with horror live? Just a moment, guys. I'll be right back. I'm live streaming for a minute. You want the dogs to come out?
I don't think.
Look at that. You want to be careful. Let's leave that door. I was almost going to quit in a few minutes.
I got your tea.
At least turn the light on
Don't care.
so you can see. Like I'm live streaming. Okay, this is about to quit.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, I didn't want to stay up this late. That was that red moon out there. Which is showing all them. Here.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom just came out for a minute, guys. You probably heard her. But yeah, Mom says hi, everyone. Oh, if you live in Scotland, obsessed with horror, then you have some really old cemeteries there. I've checked them up on online. There's some cemeteries I would love to visit in the UK. Yuna Elma says hi.
Oh, hi.
She's in the chat room.
Okay, hi.
Dogs are here too. Now the rattlesnake is a glutton for punishment. He probably would love the bracelets to be slapped on him. Actually, the UK is one of the places I want to visit the most in the world. There's so many historical places there. Kind of ridiculous if you think about it, because it literally would be several years worth of vlogging. There's some really cool places in Scotland and Wales I'd like to see. Same with Ireland and England and all the sections I'd like to go to. Well, English could be many countries obsessed with horror. I'm mainly talking to a couple of people here, but
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, I had like up to 8 people or so earlier, which for me at night is not too bad.
Oh, I can't sleep either.
Well, it depends what part of the world they're from.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Golly, that's the way.
Well, I don't think he's exactly from there.
Oh,
I heard something too. Maybe it's that rabbit.
yeah.
Sometimes I've seen like 4 or 5 rabbits out here at once.
Rabbits?
Yes.
Oh, ain't that cute?
That's probably one of the things that keeps digging up the yard.
Ain't that cute?
Yeah, but like I said, there's a ton of places in the UK I want to see. For some reason, I really want to go to where the Battle of Hastings happened. I know there's nothing there, just like a plaque or something, but I want to see it. It's interesting. There's stuff I want to see there that you think about. The people that live there walk by it every day and they don't even think about it because they see it all the time. But me, I'd be fascinated, especially with the old architecture. I told them about the snake.
Oh, yeah.
I did get some of that encounter of the snake on camera. I'm going to put it on YouTube when I get a chance.
Ooh. Yucky.
But I won't lie, I yelled like a little girl because I almost stepped right on it. I came within a couple feet.
Oh.
If it didn't do its rattle and its hissing, I would have stepped on him and I probably would be in the hospital right now because he would have bit me. And that would have been very bad. Because they're pretty venomous. And that's the first one I've seen since I got down here. Thing is, I wasn't like in the middle of nowhere, so, and it would have took a while to walk back to the car. Then to get to the hospital, I don't know if it would have been smarter to try driving to one or call an ambulance. Well, one good thing, luckily he wasn't in the middle of the pathway. Because if he would have been in the middle of the pathway, I would have been stuck out there until he decided to move, because he was not going to move. So I seen him, in March. Then I saw an eastern coral snake in December. The coral snakes I wasn't as worried about. They don't strike. From what I understand, they'll nibble on you. So if you pick them up, there's a issue of possibly getting bit. But the rattlesnakes, they strike and they're fast.
And they hiss, and they spit in your face.
I don't know if they exactly spit, but I know they have that rattle.
They spit. That's venom.
Yeah.
I've seen that somewhere.
I remember the crocodile hunter. He was interacting with these snakes. He had to put protective glasses on.
Yep.
So all he did was spit this stuff on you. He got in your eyes, you went blind.
Yep.
And he was so cool, acting cool with it, but those glasses was not very tight around his eyes. I would have been scared shitless.
Oh, he probably
with those things, but that could have leaked behind it and everything.
Probably was.
Yeah, there's some people that has venomous snakes as pets. I think that's really stupid to have that. It's just not worth the chance with those things. I mean, I have a snake. I have a ball python. They're very docile. I did get bit once because I made a mistake and
Yeah.
bothered him too close to when he got fed, and I startled him. But any other time I can handle him fine. He's no problem. But I would not want to handle venomous snakes.
I got bit by a bhutan, remember?
Yeah, but they're not venomous.
Yeah, I know they're not, but still it's a bit. More like a snap.
That's pretty cool, Obsessed War. If you do live in the UK, that's interesting. I'd love to talk to you about that, your country. There's a lot of cool places I want to visit, a lot of questions. I'd be like a kid in a candy store, all the history stuff there I'd want to see.
Castles.
Yeah, a lot of castles as in ruins.
They're probably all haunted too.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Depends on all the people that died of them.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot of energy there.
There's this wall in the UK. Was it Hadrian's Wall, I think, or something that the Romans built to keep the that was not the Visigoth. What were they called? Oh, I don't remember. I'm so bad with names at the worst time. I'd like to see that wall. There's not much of it left, but I just want to touch it. Okay, so you don't. Okay. So you said you're English. So are you from the UK and live somewhere else? I mean, technically, anyone who speaks English could be considered English. And if you're going off just the language you speak, you could be from Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the United States. So there's some other places where English dominates. Okay, California, huh? Well, I haven't seen your channel, so I don't know what you sound like. But California is a cool place to visit too. I've never been there. Farthest west I've been is Colorado. But I will check out your channel though. Oh, that's cool. Is it one of those made for TV documentary type accents? Well, he could, but just be living in California now. I come across people all the time here in Florida with different accents from all over the world. Yeah, maybe she'll team up with Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Are you cold?
No, not really cold. It's not bad out here. I was hot inside. So it feels good out here. Getting a bit of a headache more than anything. I'm not gonna be able to work on that video till tomorrow that I filmed today. I have an idea with that one. I don't want to talk now about it, but I have some idea with some music I want to put to this one. Not the nature reserve one, but the other one I did today.
Ah, yes.
But I have to work on it on my computer. I don't like editing that stuff on the phone. I know some YouTubers they edit exclusively on the phone. I find editing on the phone to be a pain in the butt.
Too tiny for me.
Small, and you gotta get different editing software. I just don't like it. Or so she says. I think she could be secretly faster than she says. Yeah, but you've been having a lot of fires in California, though.
Do they know what caused them?
I saw something in the news that it might have been caused by a person.
Yeah, person I heard. Oh, I sure.
Sometimes they say it's homeless people doing fires at night. Some people saying it's campers. Some people saying it's arsonists. Who knows?
Oh, really?
It's almost. What time is it? No, it's not that early. It's like 4:02.
4:30, please. You'll come back about 4:32.
I couldn't imagine driving that truck.
Oh, he's used to it.
Sure he is.
I couldn't get my butt up in one now with my bad knee.
There's this guy who's driving this truck. It's lifted all the way off the ground like they do that monster truck stuff.
Yeah.
And he has no ladder.
And he jumped up.
He had to climb partially on the tire to get it.
Oh,
and
my God.
Can you imagine what a pain in the butt would be getting in and out? I don't know how those trucks are legal to drive on the road.
They're scary because of the accident. You'll never survive it, but they will.
That's probably why they do it. I've heard about some of those fires being started by homeless people. Not that they meant to do it, but I'm sure some of them did. Another thing, reason why I got to go soon because my battery is at 12%. I actually been talking over an hour. I think I was gonna go this long. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going, guys, because my battery is at 12%. Like I wasn't planning. I guess I wasn't planning on doing this, so my battery was already low before I started. It was great talking to everyone. I'll check out your channel, Obsessed with Horror. I'm assuming it has to do with horror stuff, so I'll check it out. Yeah, what temperature was it, Elma? I know it's pretty cold still where you're at. It's a little chilly now. I'm not sure what the temperature is here. It's probably in the 50s. But today was, I don't know, high 70s. Oh, that's definitely cold. 36. Oof. It's gotten in the 30s here a couple times at night the past 2 or 3 months, but only a couple times. Usually, if it gets cold, usually the coldest you get in the 40s. Just like Mom, she's always cold all the time too, even in the summer. I'm roasting most of the time.
Well, you keep moving.
Even in the wintertime, I'm usually roasting. And there's been a few times it's gone over 100 degrees here. Not too much for that. But that time's definitely coming soon. Luckily, I have a air conditioning system, central air, or I'd be really roasting. I couldn't imagine some houses here don't have air conditioning, and that would be very uncomfortable. But I'm going to get going, guys. It was great talking to everyone. I appreciate it. I'll try to do this again soon. I don't do a lot of live streams, and I should, especially now that I've been getting more subscribers. I should be hitting. Well, I'm getting close to 28,000. I should be having 30,000 within a couple weeks. If this continues, I should be up to 100 in about a year. I think even less. Social Blade thinks about 10 months, but that doesn't mean anything. It all depends on if my sub count stays at what I'm getting. But hopefully within less than a year, I'll be showing you my silver play button, which is something I've been wanting for a very long time. And they changed the design from when I started. They're much more fancier now. So if it happens, it might not. I hope so. I'll be very excited. And of course, I'll show you all it. But there's still many more months to get there. But if you see this video live stream, you haven't checked out my channel, check it out. I have over 5,000 videos across a variety of subjects. History, museum tours, theme park stuff, food reviews. I've done some abandoned locations, some filming locations. A lot of walkthroughs, unboxing videos, taste tests of different food items at home, restaurant reviews, stuff with my dogs. Just a lot of different stuff. And I have a lot of ideas that I want to pursue. I hope to be able to get some more of them this year, but you never know what will happen. But I have some ideas, and I may do a video talking more about it. I actually got some stuff for one of them this past couple of days. But there's some new things I want to pursue, and some more cooler places to show you, not just theme park stuff. I'm hoping to do some more serious videos, some documentary,
like snakes.
Well, history stuff too. But hopefully, God willing, and all that good stuff, it happens. Right. I'm gonna get going. Yeah, I guess he really wants that rattlesnake. Obsessed with horror.
Oh, that's bad.
You see.
Bye, everybody.
But anyways, I gotta get going, guys. Hope everyone has, depending where you're at, a good night, good morning, good afternoon. It's one of those three. And if it's not one of those three, you're either on another planet or you're a ghost. And if you're on another planet or you're a ghost and you're watching, well, welcome aboard. All right, I gotta get going.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Okay, let me just end this live stream. Click on the X. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? And I'm going to say, okay. Awesome. Bye, everybody.